Introducing Yusuke Urameshi, a teenage delinquent known for skipping school and getting into fights. Most adults see him as a troublemaker with no future, and even his teachers have low expectations of him. With the absence of a father figure, Yusuke indulges in toxic masculinity and is defensive with those who want better for him. Although this is usually the norm for Urameshi, the day takes an unexpected turn for the worse. We're introduced to his closest friend and love interest, Keiko. She usually catches him skipping class. From Urameshi's perspective, she nags him for not attending classes like he's supposed to, when in reality she cares for his success. They banter on for some time until she convinces Urameshi to return to his normal schedule. After Urameshi makes his way through the school courtyard, he runs into the principal of his junior high school, Mr. Takenaka, usually scolding Urameshi for skipping class and not attending like expected. He often shows a softer side than others, also wanting Urameshi to make something of himself. Mr. Takenaka tries taking him in so he won't be late to his next period, but Urameshi easily fools him with a fake ear trick. This startles his principal. He then leaves feeling more annoyed than usual that he's being treated lesser by those around him. This causes Urameshi to leave school entirely, going back home. He then finds his mother smoking a cigarette while relaxing near the TV. Her posture indicates that this isn't the first time Urameshi has skipped school, and also shows she's not particularly worried about what he does either. They get into an argument and she states if he wants things done his way he should get his own place, which is nearly impossible for someone of Urameshi's age, frustrating him even further. He storms out of the house and goes off to clear his head, walking in an area that features stores and food stops for nearby residents. As things don't seem like it can get worse, he's surrounded by a rival's subordinates, which isn't really seen as a rivalry, more like a punching bag for Urameshi to relieve himself of anger. Even Kazuma's friends know how one-sided things usually are. This leads Urameshi back to contemplating on how everyone views him. He's then interrupted from his thoughts with a young child playing with a soccer ball in a dangerous area, lashing out at the young boy for his ignorance, for not realizing the possibility of him getting badly injured or worse if he's not careful. Urameshi realizes his temper has gotten the better of him and he attempts to make amends with the boy, making funny faces and spending time with the child to make him feel better, showing the compassion that many people don't see in Urameshi. Side note, this is a great example of being a product of your environment, where in most cases you're not born into a way of thinking, however you become what surrounds you. Now back to the story. Now that Urameshi has spent time with the young boy, he tells him to go play somewhere safer, thinking after the kid has had fun with him he'd be willing to listen, which is far from the truth. After walking separate ways, he notices the kid still doing exactly what he told him not to. He states he doesn't care if the kid gets hurt after going out of his way to try and be a helping hand. This same parallel is seen in the people who try to push Urameshi in the right direction, which becomes very symbolic when Urameshi notices the young boy kick the ball into the street. Urameshi doesn't hesitate as he sees an incoming car. Out of instinct, he saves the boy's life, giving up his own. After realizing the entire flashback to this very moment, he comes to the realization that he's dead. After some confusion, he comes to terms with the reality of his situation and thinks to himself he's better off dead, which is brilliant writing from this point on. The parallel of the boy not listening to Urameshi, and Urameshi not listening to Keiko or Mr. Takenaka, essentially led to the same path of death. We usually see kids living a negative life portrayed on TV or even reality suffering a similar fate. However, in Urameshi's case, he's met with an extraordinary turn of events. See, he meets the Grim Reaper, who he makes fun of for being too pretty and not scary enough. They have a conversation about the situation and Urameshi finds out he died for nothing, as the Grim Reaper explains how events would have turned out. This angers Urameshi, as he realizes what this means. He can't come back to life after a wasted attempt to save the boy for the explanation given. The Grim Reaper explains an ordeal that could bring him back to life, and the second of command of the afterlife steps in to explain everything to him. However, it's all in the hands of if anybody wants him back, which Urameshi believes nobody cares that he's died. This opens up another symbolic part of the plot. The author has done a great job of displaying perspective from only Urameshi's point of view. Not only has that been brilliantly written within the story, it's also shown the impact that Urameshi has on those around him. You don't just see that people care, but also that Urameshi gives those people motivation and purpose. Kazuma, who came off only as a rival, but in actuality he sees Urameshi as a goal, and someone who understands him in more ways than one. Keiko, reveals to Urameshi she loves him deeper than just their friendship. His mother is seen to have lost her drive and will, which Urameshi doesn't get to see because she's always laying around drinking. And Mr. Takenaka, who wants to see Urameshi succeed in life. After Urameshi realizes how much of an impact he has on those around him, he begins to appreciate the life he showed little care for. He realizes the nagging, scolding, and concern is not because they wanted to see him fail, but because they wanted him to succeed. He eventually accepts the ordeal to be brought back to life. After a few days, Urameshi completes the ordeal and has a new perspective on life. He starts to attend school more on the wishes of Keiko, who becomes his girlfriend, and Takenaka his principal. Kazuma and Urameshi form a strong friendship, and he appreciates being seen by others after being dead for some time.